Welcome to New Fast Food, where Carl's Jr. and Hardee's seem like they may be in a bit of a creative pickle. They're testing a new burger, and I've got all the details, plus leaked documents that confirm an upcoming nationwide release at Arby's, and rumors of a new refreshing drink option coming to Chipotle. Everyone, if you like these videos, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out a ton, and if this is your first time on the channel, be sure to subscribe. I discuss fast food news, rumors, leaks, and more every week. Today, let's actually start over with Arby's. I've mentioned a rumor a couple of times that the Wagyu Blend Burger that test marketed last year would in fact be coming out nationwide later this summer. It looks like that rumor is now confirmed. Take a look. There are two leaked internal documents. The first one says right there, in June, we will introduce an exciting new limited time offer, the Wagyu Steakhouse Burgers. If you're not familiar with Wagyu, it's a type of beef that comes from a certain breed of cows, much like Angus beef. Except whereas Angus beef is kind of a premium level of beef, Wagyu is more next level, more on the delicacy side of the spectrum. Admittedly, it is really good. The difference is mostly in the marbling. As you can see here, marbling is the way the fat is woven throughout the meat. You get the better experience when the fat is sort of spread out throughout the whole cut instead of being grouped up just in one place. How big of a difference that makes in a hamburger, where the whole cut is ground up anyways? Well, it's not the same as eating a Wagyu steak, obviously, but I'd say the difference is still noticeable. Getting back to the document, you can see there will actually be two options, a deluxe version, which is actually just the regular version, and a bacon ranch version. The deluxe one, I'd expect to be exactly like the test marketed version, same toppings as like a Whopper with cheese, except it's got a special sauce instead of mayonnaise, kind of like a Thousand Island sauce. And then the second part of today's leak is this image of what is clearly the bacon ranch version. It looks like it's the same as the deluxe version, except with bacon and ranch instead of the special sauce. Now, a couple of things I want to point out here. One, you'll notice the name has changed since the test phase. Wagyu Blend Burger perhaps was Arby's erring on the safe side as not to get hit with false advertising claims, since the burgers are technically only about 52% Wagyu beef from what I hear. Well, a year has gone by, and perhaps their legal team has given them the thumbs up on dropping the blend from the burger and just going with the Wagyu Steakhouse Burgers. Whatever the reason, I think it's a good change. It's a much better name, although I don't know that you need the steakhouse in there. I think you could have gone with just Wagyu beef burgers and would have been just as good. All right, the second thing I want to point out is that the document here says in June. However, the rumored dates that I'm hearing are the end of May. Either May 23rd or May 30th. May 30th would coincide more with the June time frame. However, I've heard that May 23rd date a couple of times, so we'll just have to wait and see when this actually comes out. Lastly, if you're scratching your head on trying to figure out how on earth Arby's is going to grill hamburgers when they don't have a grill in the restaurants, well, they're not going to grill them. Not in the store, at least. These will come pre-grilled, and then Arby's will heat them up in the deep fryer, which actually makes these secretly a deep fried hamburger, which in itself is also really exciting. Again, these are the Wagyu Steakhouse Burgers coming to Arby's June-ish. All right, next, let's move over to Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. They're testing a new burger, and it is interesting to say the least. Earlier this year, they came out with Bacon Beast Burgers, which had an exciting name, but they were really just famous stars with bacon. Double bacon to be precise. Now, they're testing something called the Triple Pickle Star in Salt Lake City and Indianapolis. And if you guessed that it's just a hamburger with a lot of pickles on it, you're right. According to the description, it's got 9 pickles on it. So simple math tells me that if it's triple, then a normal burger has 3 pickles on it. Something fun you can do here is, people are constantly saying that burgers served at restaurants don't look like the ones in the advertisements. Well, of course, the reason is that companies want to put their best foot forward in the ads, and so that usually means pushing all of the condiments forward to the front of the burger. Which, of course, when they say something like this burger has 9 pickles on it, we can confirm by taking a look at their picture here And you can count. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 pickles. Which means if you actually received a burger that looked like this, you'd have those 9 pickles hanging out the front, but then none on the rest of the burger. It's just kind of fun to pay attention to stuff like that sometimes, or at least it is for me. And you can actually confirm this triple by taking a look at their comparably sized burger and counting that it in fact does have 1, 2, 3 pickles. So yes, the Triple Pickle Star has literally triple the pickles and not much else. They've even stripped away the onions, which from my experience with Sonic's Big Dill Cheeseburger, it's probably a bad idea. I tried the Big Dill Cheeseburger over at Sonic, and I did wish that they had some onions on there to kind of break up the pickle flavor. And while the Triple Pickle Star will probably draw a lot of comparisons to the Big Dill Cheeseburger, they're totally different. Sonic's version basically had pickles 3 ways: regular pickles, pickle fries, and pickle sauce. This one just has triple the normal pickles. Carl's Jr. and Hardee's seem to want to corner the market on lazy burger promotions. To be fair, this one is only in the test market phase right now, so we'll have to see how that plays out. The one thing though that is exciting about this burger is the price. You can see it advertised here in the commercial. They're advertising it at $2.99. That is unbelievably low for a Carl's Jr. or Hardee's burger of this size. Like I said, this is most comparable to their big hamburger. That sells for $4 or more in some areas, and that doesn't even have cheese on it. But I'd temper my expectations as far as price goes because test marketed items often have a lower price when they're testing than they do when they actually roll out nationwide. I would suspect if this ends up being rolled out to all locations, it'd be at least $4, maybe a little bit more. That's the Triple Pickle Star, and it's testing now at Carl's Jr. in Utah and Hardee's in Indiana. Alright, next let's move on over to Chipotle. They sort of announced last week that they're working on a dessert option. Not much information coming out about that yet. Churros. However, I am hearing that Chipotle is getting ready to replace their hibiscus lemonade with a brand new Watermelon Limeade. This, I'm going to say, is an upgrade. I like hibiscus lemonade, but I think Watermelon Limeade has the dual benefit of being more widely appealing and also more in line with the Chipotle brand. While I love the flavor of hibiscus, watermelon is undoubtedly more mainstream, and limeade has a more Chipotle-esque flair to it than just lemonade does. I'm excited to try this. Sounds like the perfect summer drink to me. It's still a rumor at this point, but hopefully we'll get more details soon. If you want to learn about some summer drinks that you can get your hands on right now, along with my thoughts on the new Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich at Popeyes, you can click here to watch my video about those now.